What is up everybody, Tech Check here with a comparison video on the new LG G4 versus the LG G3. So as you might already know, the LG G4 is a flagship phone with top of the line specs. However, with those specs comes a hefty price tag. The plastic back model will cost $649 and the leather back model will cost $699. So firstly, let's take a look around the phone. One of the things you'll notice is the slightly curved display. This display is made for people who didn't like the extreme display of the LG G Flex 2 and just want something quote unquote normal. One of the most eye-catching things on this phone is the screen. So the screen is still a 5.5 inch 2560 by 1440 Quad HD IPS display. However, it is bumped up a notch to a quantum display. This bump results in 20% better color reproduction and 25% brighter display outdoors. As you can see here with the LG G3, you had to have your brightness around about 90% for you to be able to see the screen on a sunny day outside. One more thing that has changed on the front from the previous LG G3 is the front facing camera. So before it used to be 2.1 megapixels and it would always decrease the size of the window. Now all of that has changed and the G4 sports an 8 megapixel front facing shooter. Apart from that, not much is actually changed on the front of the G4. Also, the dimensions of both devices are similar, however the same doesn't go for the thickness. The G3 is 8.9mm thick, the G4 measures 6.3mm in its thinnest and goes all the way to 9.8mm in its thickest. One thing that LG definitely have to work on is thickness. I'm not talking about iPhone 6 thick, but at least something decent. So on the bottom of the device we have the same micro USB charging and data ports and a headphone jack which are in the same place as the LG G3. Flipping over the phone we have the back and this is where LG have gone all out. You can choose from 9 different backs to have with your LG G4. Just by looking at it, you can tell that the plastic back is definitely not going to have that much grip. So the difference from the last plastic back on the G3 is that LG have added kind of like a diamond effect to change the appearance. You can also have your G4 in a leather back in lots of these weird colors that LG have chosen. In my opinion, the leather backing is definitely not a bad idea and gives the G4 a much needed premium look and feel over the plastic back option. One other thing that has been changed on the back is the shape of the sleep/wake button. Before on the G3 it used to be a circle and now it is kind of an oval shape. Now on to the star of the show and what LG have spent the most time making and researching on this phone, the camera. Essentially what LG have tried to do with the camera is to rule out any other camera with you. So when you go somewhere you can trust the G4 camera to be good enough to be your primary camera. One thing that the G4 has adopted from its predecessor is the really fast focusing speeds. All of that is of course achieved by the laser autofocus. So basically how it works is very simple. Infrared rays are emitted and bounce off the object. These infrared rays are then picked up by the infrared sensor which determines the depth and focuses. This is of course all done very fast. So the new and improved camera also has an aperture of f1.8 which can let you take some really close-up shots. This wide of an aperture will also let lots of light in so you can take some night shots. The enhancements on the camera don't stop there. LG have changed the megapixels from 13 to 16. Now the camera can take photos in 5312 by 2988 pixels. The final thing that LG have done is editing the software. So as of right now you can use manual mode, just like you would on a DSLR camera, and adjust a wide range of features including aperture, shutter speed and ISO. The G4 has also been changed inside. So the previous Gen G3 used to have a Snapdragon 801 with Adreno 330 graphics. The new G4 has a Snapdragon 808, not the newest 810, this time with Adreno 418 graphics. So both phones have a 3000 mAh battery. However, the standby time and battery life in general has decreased on the G4. This could potentially be due to the UI. So LG have introduced a UX 4.0 interface, which I'm hoping isn't as buggy and laggy as the previous version on the G3. There's also the Quick Memo Plus app from LG, which lets you collect snippets from the web advert free. So that was it, guys. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, make sure you like the video and subscribe. Also make sure you follow me on Twitter at TechCheck27 and Instagram. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one.